What attributes do you think make a really good role player? I think to be the perfect role player. In a perfect world of perfect role players, every role player would have to be a selfless, have to be selfless for a start. You can't be selfish in role play. If you're selfish, role play doesn't really work. Like it's a group game. It's a cooperative game where you're playing a team game with other people that you're around. So like you need to be pretty selfless when it comes to like winning, losing, like the CG war chat. Like if we wanted to be super selfish, we would have gone fucking try hard mode. You know, tried our best to win. Like we might have got more wins and winning more fight victories than we would have. And like, things become naturally toxic because you start to lose and you're like, well, all right, ego time. Keep going in. Then things get toxic. You want to avoid toxicity to be a good role player, in my opinion. If you're toxic, if you're toxic towards other role players in the server, then you should fucking go and play some competitive games or something. Pretty simple. You don't really need it. And then you need and then obviously all the other things come into it, like creativity, character creation. I think character creation is a big one. I think it's very undermined at the moment, but because people don't do it as much as they used to. But like, just imagine like a city. I understand that there has to be like that immersion of, I guess, normal people. But like, imagine the city if it was just full of just your normal average Joes. It'd be pretty fucking boring. So there needs to be like these characters that are quite extravagant, exciting, entertaining, you know, a bit mysterious, what you know, all that other stuff. But yeah, most of it is just selflessness. You just need to be selfless. You can be selfish in certain areas, but then when it comes to like scenarios of people that you're role playing with, you need to be selfless and think about them. Think about what's enjoyable for them as much as what's enjoyable for you.
What's up, partner? Man, my family had a poppin' last week.
I think you should take roleplay seriously, just not competitively. Like, competitiveness has really harmed roleplay.
Are you selling a lot down there?
Yeah. I can see someone. They're coming over. Like every time one comes, another one starts making their way over. I've got 11 bags left, so I don't even have drug trafficking on me right now.
Okay, so I can be in my head for a second?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't sold that many bags, yeah. 20 bags. Taking it serious is okay, but what I'm trying to say is some people get salty OC. Yeah, no, well, people just want their character to be the main character. They want their character to, instead of being a part of other people's storylines, people want their character to be taking over other people's storylines a lot of the time. Which is wrong. That's what we tried to do in the CG war. It was about both groups. It wasn't about our group. It was about CG and RM. Like, but the selfish side of it is like, there's obviously still selfishness when it comes to these kind of roles. Like, I was fair. Like, I'm not saying that I just was, you know, we were perfect and we wasn't selfish. Like, I knew what I was doing by creating content with someone pretty large in a city like CG. You know, there's that hope that we get things from giving this ultimate content. You know, ultimate. That's such a stupid way to say it. This like good content with this other group. Like, there's obviously some kind of selfishness to these things, but I don't think that kind of selfishness is a bad. So if you're providing really, like, if you're trying your best to provide content for another group for the factor of getting that group's attention, I don't think that's a bad thing. Imagine if everyone did that, it'd be great, because then everyone would be trying their hardest to provide good roleplay for each other. But I don't think a lot of people think RPing is easy. In fact, it's pretty demanding in some scenarios. It gets pretty intense, but so much fun. Yeah, there's different kinds of roleplay as well. You gotta remember, like, you guys have seen little mix and matches of kind of everything with Sid. We've kind of done a bit of mixture of everything right now with Sid Week. You know, with Ursula, we've got that like super like emotional and intense role play, emotionally and verbally intense role play. Then we have War, so we've got like, I guess, the competitive side of role play, which shouldn't exist really. It shouldn't really be competitive, but it's the nature of the server, I guess. And then we've got like just general stuff like the grinding. Grinding in Forge again is just another part of the server, but I think grinding's always existed. I remember when I used to play DayZ roleplay, like your grinding was walking from one end of the fucking map to the other end of the map, and barely bumping into anybody. You know, the grinding wasn't a financial thing. It was more of a, you've got a long period of time to get somewhere to get that role play. It's kind of the same with Nopixel, but it's just money. You grind to get money to then execute something in role play, like a mechanic. So it's kind of the same thing.